first question for you is that what can we do to save, to protect the environment and the world?
On the world?
Yeah. In the world, yeah.
How can we protect ourselves?
No, the word.
Because,
You know, first of all, let's talk about, you know, words problems. So tell me about the most important, maybe the most significant problems that we face actually in the world nowadays.
Nowadays, the worst problem is climate change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And air pollution, noise pollution, like gen, generally pollution, about the pollution.
Yeah. Of course. Well, and maybe first of all, it's not bad to watch a short video because we're going to talk about something that is really good. So first of all, to understand actually this phrase, and after we talk about it, so just one moment to share my screen. One moment, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. It's okay now.
This September, 193 countries will meet at the UN to adopt new global goals. These 17 goals provide a roadmap that will help the world achieve sustainable development. But what exactly is sustainable development and how does it affect us? Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. But what does that mean? Everyone understands the need to grow their economies, but not everyone takes into account the negatives that unbalanced economic growth can have on the environment and on people's well-being. It's time to change that by looking at the world in a different way. The Sustainable Development Goals will help us to do that. Sustainable development is about the big picture. It's about improving the lives of everyone, everywhere, and achieving all these things together. But it's also about the details. That means we want economies to grow, companies to thrive, and people to have decent work. We want to create new, innovative technologies, but not by harming the environment. We want everyone to have access to nutritious food regardless of where they live. We want affordable and quality education for everybody, not just a few. We want freedom of speech, but we don't want that to mean violence. But how can we achieve all of this, and where do we even start? Well, the 17 goals will mean member states, alongside civil society stakeholders and major groups, will be working together for the next 15 years, looking at ways we can do business differently so that everyone gains. With these 17 global goals as our guide, we can achieve sustainable development and live in a world where people and planet benefit. But we have to act now. This is the time for global action. To find out how you can get involved and learn more about the goals, go to www.un.org/.
Well, so let's talk about sustainable development. Of course, we have some issues in the world, and of course, we need to look for solutions and tackle these problems, these issues, deal with these issues. So what is sustainable development? So we need to find some other ways, actually. Yes, so we do something in present time, but we need to think about the consequences of what we do in the future. So what will happen in the future? For example, the easiest one is like, for example, fossil fuels. You know that we use gas, we use oil, and the overuse without thinking about future. Maybe in the future there will be a lack of non-renewable resources. So what can we do? Sustainable. So we need to choose and find some alternatives. Okay, some other energy resources like the wind that we can make again. So they're renewable. And for example, it can be solar panels, solar energy that comes from the sun. So we have it. That is endurable all the time. So supportable. That is the meaning of sustainable. Okay, now you tell me about so what you get. Just let me ask you a question. Just let me stop sharing and share my screen again. Well, so what are, as you can see, what are some goals of the Sustainable Development Goals set in 2015? I want you to talk about it. Really, what are goals of the Sustainable Development? According to the video.
What are the goals of the sustainable development?
Yeah.
Yeah, we use the replayable resource, replaceable resources. For example, we use electricity from the sun, solar.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get what you said because, you know, there was a lag. I couldn't get what you said.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For example, about the electricity, we don't have enough electricity to use, so they have the way to use the energy from the solar energy, replace resource. Yeah.
Of course.
And they protect the protect the earth, protect the environment, to protect the environment, animal, and to have good habitat for animal. They have the poor, they have to have less differences between the poor and the rich.
So, of course, for example, let's talk about something that is we discussed. So, of course, being vegetarian. So to eat a vegetarian diet, of course, is good. A vegan diet, of course, is good. But do you think it has some consequences to environment?
Overconsumption.
Overconsumption, of course, overuse. So it can be any resources, not only fossil fuel. So it can be any resource, food resource, vegetables. So overconsumption.
Overconsumption, yes.
Yeah,
I think so. We should save and not to waste.
Yeah, of course. Maybe in the future, not now.
Yeah. Or to share for order to have enough to use.
Of course, of course. Well, so as you can guess, we're going to talk about word problem, and the first one, the first word, that is corruption. So what is the meaning of this word? Corruption, illegal behavior, can be an illegal behavior. Corruption can be widespread at the local government level, even if it's controlled effectively at the central government level. So it's like a kind of dishonest or illegal behavior, especially by powerful people. So, for example, government officials, police officers, like abusement, you know, when you use something in a negative way because you use and you take benefits from your power. So that is corruption. Okay, so corruption is dishonest or illegal behavior involving a person in a position of power, like an abusement. And of course, we have different types of it. Well,
corruption can be one spread at the local government level, even if it is controlled effectively at the central government level.
of course. So there are different examples, of course. If you know, you can do an example. So for example, I don't know, forms of government corruption. So what is that, you know?
In Vietnam in Vietnam, corruption is popular problem, and the government count every citizens shows who the organizations have a corruption, yes. And some years recently we know on the TV there a lot of corruptions were reviewed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. Well, the first maybe, and the most important, I think, normally, for example, a government official, a person maybe who has power to do, may use their power and influence to grant family members high-ranking positions. Oh, my dad is president, so why I'm not? Why I don't have a good position? So this is a really good example. So for example, to use your power and influence to grant family members high ranking positions. So this is the first one. And then we have another actually word, this one, another one, that is embezzlement. What is this? You may hear this word, embezzlement. And what is this? Is of course a kind of stealing money, but how? Secretly taking money that is in your care. But, you know, of course, this money belongs to an organization, people, business you work for. But because you are the person in charge of actually that money, responsible, you secretly take it, like stealing, I don't know, a different way. So this is embezzlement. So of course it's a crime to actually secretly taking money that is in your care or belongs to organization or business you work for. So this is embezzlement. So 2 examples of corruption. So do you have about the first one? Tell me about the first one. First of all, if you, I don't know, have the same situation in your country, like, I don't know, some government officials, I don't know, they grant and they choose their family members to get hiring. Yeah.
Vietnamese government official have the companies to build the building or to have a very big project to make to have the company make a lot of money, but um, it's illegal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And the company gives the officer a lot of money to rent them the license. Yes.
Of
course.
Yeah,
it's the popular, very popular in Vietnam.
Vietnam, of course. Well, and this one, recurring. My sister has a recurring nightmare about the end of the world. So that's really good. So it's something like when something occurs repeatedly, we say recurring, reoccurring. It comes from occur. So occur means happens. So when we say recurring means occurring repeatedly. So do you have a recurring, I don't know, dream, maybe, not nightmare? Something that happens again and again.
Again and again.
For example, a recurring dream. Do you have?
Yeah. Maybe I think when I was young, I had a recurring dream.
So what was that? First of all, you are young. Don't forget, we are young. When you were younger. Okay, you are really young. So tell me, what was that? Okay, what dream?
Yeah. Yeah. About my class. I often dreams about the class. When I was young, I go to class and I played with my classmates. Or I take in the exam. I have the exam and I come to the class, come to the examination later. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. I used to have.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
just being late. Yeah.
But now I'm 46 years old. I still dreams about my younger period. I dreams about my
youth. You mean youth?
youth, yeah, my youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So, but here it's really good because you talked about something that happened to you in the past regularly, repeatedly. You can use used to. I used to have, for example, a recurring nightmare or dream in the past when I was younger, and then you can explain it. But now, of course, you don't. So used to is a good one. Well, and this one, fossil fuels, renewable, non-renewable resources, energy resources. So as you know, some of them are renewable. It means we can produce, we can generate again. But some of them are not, like fossil fuels. So gasoline prices fluctuate. Okay, what is the meaning of fluctuation? Look, this is when it goes up and down, up and down. So this is the meaning of fluctuation. Changes regularly. So this is fluctuate. Gasoline prices fluctuate frequently worldwide because gasoline is a fossil fuel, and as such as the quantity amount is limited by its non-renewable. Of course, it's non-renewable. So oil, gas, gasoline, so all of them. So of course we have a fluctuation in prices because, you know, we think that, so we need to save, but so we need to find some alternatives. So tell me, is it common in your country to use non-renewable resources like solar panels to generate electricity, for example, or no, it's not?
It's not popular.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know much about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know much about the reasonable and non-reasonable resource.
Renewable.
I think nowadays, there's a problem. We have to find many ways to save the world, to save the fossil fuels.
Of course. Yeah, of course, there are a lot of ways to actually to use. The first one is to use alternative energy resources, but they're really costly. You know, the problem is here. For example, yes, it's really good to use solar panel to generate electricity. That's perfect. Who doesn't like? But it's really expensive. So because of this, maybe most of people tend to use non-renewable resources. You know, so because of this. Well, greedy. Greedy for more fame and fortune. Fame is a noun for famous. The state of being famous is fame. And greedy, having or showing a selfish desire for everything, for wealth, for possessions. So for everything is greed. A person is greedy. The noun is greed. So greed is having or showing. Let me write here. So greed. Greedy is an adjective and greed is noun. That is having or showing a selfish desire for wealth, money, and of course, possessions. So people who want to have more and more. So that is greed. And despite being one of the most successful speakers, my uncle was greedy for more fame and fortune, of course. So some people are greedy for food. They want more and more like this. Some people, but mostly we use it for example, fame, fortune, or for example, money. So do you know a greedy one?
Yeah, there are a lot of greedy persons in Vietnam. Were imprisoned, was imprisoned.
Yeah.
Were put in the reason about their behavior.
So what?
They want,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, they want. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. They want.
They want to earn a lot of money. They
Yeah.
still rich, and they want richer and richer. So
Yeah.
they do, or their company do,
Yeah.
or they earn money by illegal way. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think greed actually is learned behavior from family? So something like it's something related to childhood experiences, you think? Maybe poverty, maybe lack of resources. So what do you think? Because, and now actually it's been shown this way as agreed because you had really bad situation in the past and now you want to recover it. You want to, for example, you can't control your desire because you have actually a really bad background. So what do you think?
Yes, family backgrounds is uh, one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, to for for someone um, to have a bad behavior.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, uh, but when uh, I saw, I watched TV, and someone said that they want to earn a lot of money because because they don't want to return um,
Yeah.
to the poor. Uh, in the past, they and their family is very poor. They
Yeah.
were very poor, and they don't want to. Um, they want to earn a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, as you said, it's reward seeking behavior. Why? It's related to maybe poverty or lack of resources. I think so. Yeah, maybe they want to actually. And another problem, unfortunately, nowadays, like, just the fight for power, like terrorism. While there is no doubt that states must respond to the serious threat of international terrorism, this must be done in accordance with international law. Unfortunately, nowadays we get a lot of news about terror and terrorism and terrorists. So in the world, unfortunately, killing other people easily. for some, I don't know, maybe political reasons, something like religious, I don't know. So, terrorism is an action or threat designed to influence the government or intimidate the public. Why? Because of political and religious reasons or some other reasons, something related to government. So it's something like a threat actually to influence the government. And it's designed. So we kill this person because you know that you need to be careful about, for example, the consequences of what you do. So it's like this. And so tell me, do you normally listen to some, I don't know, news about these type and these category, like, I don't know, government, terrorism, like this, or no?
In Vietnam, we don't have many cases. We don't have many cases of terrorism. Yeah,
that's perfect.
But in the world, yeah, in maybe in the many countries, especially in the Middle East.
Yeah,
in the
of course.
There are terrorism a lot. Maybe they want to take want the government to pay more attention to their design.
Maybe
design, yeah, maybe.
Maybe they needs. Maybe
want
actually,
to change.
Yeah.
They want to change the kind of to change other politics of a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Maybe they want to require something.
Yeah, of course, ask for something. As I told you, actually, its purpose is to advance. Let me write something. Its purpose is to develop political or religious, maybe. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, something like causes. So I think this one. But it's a bit scary word, you know? So we live in the world that people can easily decide for people's lives, and just because of differences, because they are different. So it's I think it's really scary. I don't know. Well, yeah, I think the root of the most maybe important can be like poverty. In less developed countries, the majority of older people experience poverty, lack of money, and you know that it can be maybe the root of other problems. So especially, you know, sometimes I watch some videos, some documentaries about Africa, and you know, yeah, of course, it's like people live in a really horrible situation, and that the worst thing is that at that situation, you actually see people and families, a lot of children, so many, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 children, kids in the family without money, without, for example, accommodation, without job. So really, what can we do, you think? So this is a good question that I want to ask you. What can we do? And first of all, what is actually the relation, the connection between poverty and lack of knowledge. What is the connection? And do you think if we raise awareness, we can actually tackle, we can resolve these type of problems, like, you know, related to poverty?
Poverty, the rich countries should help the poor country and provide them food, education. I think education is one of the main, the main way. The important way to improve their life.
Of course, the life, quality, yes. To improve the life quality, yes, of course. So to not only educate.
I think they need help because they cannot move out of poverty without any help.
Yeah, they can't get rid of. I think this one is better. They can't get rid of, to become free, you know, of poverty. So yes, of course, if they don't know anything about it, the ways, the methods, so we need to raise people's awareness, to educate them, to know that actually how to deal with, how to tackle, how to find this issue, this problem. So, well, okay, so we have some words. So if you have anything and any words, sentences, you can talk about them. If no, we can pass it to the next word.
There are a lot of issues or problems in the world now. I think that's a big problem. These are a very big problem. We cannot do by we ourselves. I think the education, the family backgrounds will help to decrease the corruption, terrorism, and poverty in the future.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
And into the protect the world from that problem, we have from the fossil fuel. We don't have enough fossil fuel in the future. Now we have to save to not to overconsume the power and replace other resources. Reusable,
renewable
resources. Renewable resource. We can find more renewable resources.
Yeah, of course. Renewable, very good. Yeah, of course, very good. Well, And just one word, greedy. So if you want, you can make your sentence.
We can't be we can't have a happy life if we still pretty.
Yeah, of course. If we keep being greedy, of course we can't
Keep
enjoy our life. Yeah, of course. I do agree with you. Yeah. Well,
recurring.
of course, recurring. No, recurring, like occurring, recurring.
Recurring. I cannot make a sentence with this.
Because you talk. So of course, for example, in the past, I used to have some recurring dreams. So like this, it's okay. Well, okay, better late than never. So doing something late is better than not doing it at all. So doing something late is better than not doing it at all. It's late to combat to deal with climate change, but better late than never, of course. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with it.
Of course, of course.
It's late to combat climate change, but now better late than never. Better late than never. Yeah. It's later to study English, but never later than never.
No, of course, no. Yeah, the good example, but that was not, of course, not really late, but yeah, better late than never, so why not? Of course. Well, so so I try to actually eat a healthy diet. Unfortunately, I haven't done it yet, but better late than never. So I would try it. Well, okay. Subject, may, might, and as well the structure of the day. So let's talk about the structure. Okay, so first of all, may and might. So what is the difference between these two? Because you know that we use sometimes may, sometimes might. If I want to give you the first difference, may is used for high possibility, might for low possibility. So the first difference, may for high possibility, might for low possibility. And might can be used for past, for future, and for example, present, especially when it comes to high possibility, we use may. So first of all, let's know the difference between these two. But what is that? For example, you might as well get a taxi from the station. It will be quicker than me coming in to get you. So we may as well eat in town before it. So like this. We can use may as well and might as well for making suggestion. And we can use them to say what we think is the easiest or more logical course of action when we cannot see a better alternative. So this is the only alternative. I can see better one. And they both can be they are fairly informal. Might as well is more common than say may as well. So we normally say might as well. So first of all, let's write here. So they both. They are both fairly informal and they are used, okay, for making suggestion and when we think it's the easiest or most maybe logical, okay, course of action when we cannot see a better alternative. Okay, and might as well is more common than may as well. So what is structure? We have a subject, then might or may as well. For example, you might as well get a taxi from the station. This is my suggestion because this is the best actually thing that you can do, I think. So you don't have your own car, so you can use, actually, this is my suggestion. Or I'm really hungry and, for example, there's long time to the next city, so we can say we may or we might as well eat in town before leaving. So maybe, for example, we won't find any places to eat, so it's better to eat in town. Well, so this way. And for example, well, I think if it's a choice between a job and a place at college, you may just as well take the job. At least you will earn some money. So this is a better option. May as well or might as well, okay? Well, but I said just. You can make may as well and might as well by using just. So it's okay. You can say may just as well. Might just as well. So it's okay. Okay? So may just as well or might just as well. So it's okay. Well, let's do, okay. Let's make sentences. Let's do an example.
You might have received the money after the course.
You might. This is the use of might. It's not suggestion. This is the use of may. So first of all, you should say may. You may receive your salary after the course. So you may. This is the use of may. High possibility. Okay? But here we are talking about suggestion, another use. So you should say, for example, you may as well or you might as well, for example, have your breakfast before your classes. Okay? So this way. It means this is my suggestion because you don't have any better alternative. So it's better to say this one is the best one. Okay, again.
Mm, I may as well go go out after the class.
Of course.
I
So for
may
example, yeah, I may as well. Yes.
I may as well go out after this class.
Of course, of course. So for example, you can say, yeah, I'm alone. I'm alone, so I may or might as well go out after the class. So this is a good suggestion because why? I stay home when I'm alone. So this one is good one. For example, look at this one. Since you don't like any other place's food, you may as well, or you may just as well stay at home. So, since it's raining nonstop, we may as well stay inside. So, this is a better because we have no other alternatives to be replaced. So, this is the best suggestion. Okay, another one.
Let me read the examples on the screen.
Of course. Now,
Since I don't like any other place's food, you may as well just stay at home. You don't like any other place food, you may as well just stay at home. Yes. Since it's raining non-stop, we may as well stay inside the hotel. The traffic in the Ho Chi Minh City is too heavy at night. You may stay inside the pandemic room.
yeah, this way.
Yes. My husband doesn't work at the weekend. We may as well go to see my parents.
Of course. Yeah, yeah. We may as well visit our parents. Yeah, just. That is really good one. Pay attention. It's a warning. May as well, might as well don't mean the same as may also and might also. Because may also and might also is used, as I told you, in the sense of possibility in addition. For example, let me do and make an example. Before you go hiking, buy yourself a good pair of boots. You may also, in addition, you may also need to buy walking, for example, socks. So I add another possible. This is different from you might as well. You can say might as well is different. When you want to add, just let me write here. When you want to add addition, like for example, before you go hiking, buy yourself a pair of walking boots. Now you may also, not as well, need to buy walking socks. So here I don't say as well. As well doesn't, because actually it's used in the sense of possibly in addition. So when you want to add something to another thing, so you say may also. You need this, may also that. One suggestion as well. Okay, so they are different. Just pay attention.
When you go hiking, buy yourself a pair of walking boots. You may also need or buy walking socks. Yeah.
So may also here, because I have two alternatives. This and this. You may need this
so
and that.
May also.
Yeah. So I say may also. Get it?
May also. Yes.
Yeah. So let's do something. May I ask you to make 2 or 3 sentences and send me, so write them and send me using may also, may as well, might as well. Can you do this if you have time
Yes.
after class? Thank you. Okay. So do you have any questions related to this parade?
No, no question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just practice. If you face any issues or, for example, anything that you want to ask me, just send me your answers and then we'll talk about it again. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
Bye-bye.